Hey guys, Jacob here. This is going to be today's daily vendor reset for the Thieves Den. Today is the 28th of December, and currently he's in DZ West. Just a reminder, if the DZ does flip, at the moment it's 12 hours, but in a few hours from now it could flip and go to something like DZ East when the optimization does change. Just a reminder, so the item may not be there anymore, and they'll be selling something completely different. But at the moment in DZ West, he is selling the Safety Distance MPX, which this is the named MPX. This is the perfect outsider. After killing an enemy, gain 150% optimal range and 150% accuracy for 10 seconds, accurate in cannon. If you are collecting all these and you don't have them, then I would recommend picking this up just to have it. That way you have all of them. But I know a lot of you guys are probably looking for the apartment instead, which is the other named MPX. But if you don't have this, I'd recommend picking it up just to add it to your collection. Next is going to the ongoing directive holster. This one has 401 skill power with 4% crit damage. You can obviously get the skill power up on these. You most likely probably have a better one if you saved it from the previous updates and you guys have done the strongholds like crazy. You might have a better one, but if you do not have one, this one does have 401 skill power with crit damage, and you can always change that crit damage to a little bit higher. 2 Patriot Backpack with crit damage, skill haste, and weapon damage with restorative on it. Hardwired gloves with 5% LMG damage and 143 skill power. Negotiator's Dilemma, 389 skill power, 9,000 armor on kill. Tip the Spear holster with 11% crit damage and 172 skill power. Ace and Eights mask, which has 45% damage to elites and 2.5 crit chance. So I know this isn't like up in the 50s, but if you guys are looking for a mask that is pretty, decent, I highly recommend picking this one up due to the fact it's almost in the 50s and you can max that crit chance up really high and add this to your aces build. And it does have an offensive mod slot, so you could stack a decent amount of crit on this. You have a 3% or even a 4% crit chance and crit damage mod to stack even more crit chance and crit damage into this mask. But I would pick this up if you guys have the credits. ACRE with fast hands and Allegro and rooted. SIG 716 CQB with status distance and recharged. Raleigh's Holdings backpack with hardened weapon damage, skill haste, and tech support. A Fenris mask which has crit chance and has protection dialed in. So if you guys are trying to make a build that's based around Wyvern and Fenris, and you can't really, if you want to use the Fenris chest piece and not the Wyvern chest piece, you could do that. But if you're using the Wyvern chest piece, you could always use this mask and have dialed in for weapon stability and get hazard protection and max that crit chance a little bit higher, up into 10% or a little bit more. Next is going to be the Firearms Mod, which has 5% LMG damage and 2% SMG damage. So if you guys are trying to make an LMG damage build and you guys are lacking some of the mods, these ones are a little bit cheaper, and if you guys have the creds, you could pick these up. That way you're getting a little bit more LMG damage on your build. Now the last item is going to be the charges for the Hive. If you guys are trying to make some kind of healing build or make a bleed build, you could pick this up, and that way you have 59.7% charges, and that's for the launcher slot. But overall, the things I would highly recommend picking up is obviously going to be the mask, which does have pretty decent rolls on if you guys are trying to make an aces build, and the Fenris mask, which has protection and crit chance and dialed in, which is actually not that bad for weapon stability. But that's been it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe for more YouTube content, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.